Hi friends, welcome to session 1 of your health coaching program. All right, now I should say that if you have an intention of making some drastic changes, you need to check in with your doctor before you do anything else. Tell them what your goal is, why you're working on it, and make sure that they know. And if there's anything that you're intending to change during this whole practice that where maybe you're beginning at one level and in week 5 you're going to really up your game, just let your doctor know. This could be an email or a phone call to their office, and if you hear back from a nurse or your doctor that it's okay, go for it, okay? But if you're going to make some big changes, then check in with your doctor. Also, if you have heart issues and you're taking any medication for that, one of the big recommendations that you often hear from health coaches and life coaches, nutritionists, etc., is to up your amount of leafy green vegetables. If you have a heart condition, where you are taking particular medications, this can alter the amount of certain vitamins in your system and affect the medications. So check with your doctor if you have any of those kind of concerns. All right, so it is session 1. Way to show up for yourself. Good job. You're here. You've written down your goal. How has it felt to have your goal written down? Yeah? All right. Now, today I want you to concentrate on why you're really committed to making a change in your life. Okay? Why are you really committed to this? Do you want to have a quality experience, a quality life for a long time with your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren? Why are you committed to this change? All right, now here's a trick for getting you to stay focused on your goal, okay? Now, I want you to think about what your goal is and think about a place that you associate with that goal. So if you're losing weight, your place may be the kitchen, or maybe it is your drawer where you keep your exercise clothes or something. Whatever it is, I want you to think about that place, and I want you to think about something in that place that can help trigger your active memory to focus on your goal, okay? So in my kitchen, I have a countertop where I put all of my fruits that are not refrigerated. And when I look at that, that helps me focus on eating healthier options. So chips and cookies and any other stuff like that that comes into my house is banned from that area. It gets disappeared into the cupboard so I don't see it. Okay, so think about something like that. I had a client who had a really beautiful cross in her kitchen. And so for her, that was what she used to trigger her active memory of her goal and why she wanted to meet that goal. So for me, I come from a family of very long-lived people, and I didn't really realize that that was unusual until I was in my teens or 20s. And, you know, my great-grandparents, I got to know all of them. On one side of my family, I got to know all my great-grandparents. And apparently that was unusual. They all died in their 90s, all of them. And then I had a grandparent die in his mid-80s, and I thought, oh, he died so young, and people were like, oh no, that's much longer than average. I was like, oh, news to me. I mean, it's not normal to live until you're 96 or 98 years old. So I want that for myself. And so that's part of my goal and part of my reason. I just have a lot of love to give and want to be around for my family and friends and my community. So you focus on your goal. What is an object or a place or something that can bring you back to focus on your goal, connect you to it? Okay. You can have one thing, you could have a couple of things in different places, and whenever you see it, I want you to think, that's my goal, I'm working on it. Okay. This can give you strength if you're having a weak moment also, right? To reconnect to that original vision you had for yourself, your reason why. All right, now I want you for this week as your action steps to make 2 goals. One is going to be about diet, and another is going to be about how you want to move your body. So for your diet, you already heard me mention the leafy green thing, right? So if you have heart condition where you're taking medication, you have to check with your doctor first, okay? But in general, most people would really benefit from getting greens at every meal. Whoa, what do you mean, Elizabeth? Greens at every meal? That is so much. It is. But if you can do that, your health will improve, okay? So if you aim for having a third to a half of your plate covered in leafy greens like broccoli or kale, cooked kale, or maybe you like broccoli. Broccoli is a great leafy green. I know it doesn't look very leafy, but it is. Another thing that is in the same family as broccoli that has a lot of great benefits is cauliflower. What about Brussels sprouts? When you start looking into leafy green options, there are so many choices. All right, so start looking into a goal for your diet. Now, I think it's great to add leafy greens, but where you are in your journey may just be, okay, I'm not going to eat chips at every meal. If that's your goal, that's okay. Maybe if you're eating chips at every meal, you're going to only eat chips once or twice a day. Take baby steps, because if you make one change and you keep it up, it becomes a habit. Okay? Now, if you are doing the whole eating out a lot, like going out to eat and eating fast food a whole lot, maybe your goal could be eat at home at least once a day, or eat a meal that I've prepared for myself once a day. Okay? Pick a dietary goal, something that has to do with your diet that is healthier than what you're doing right now. Little secret, you probably already know. You have a little voice deep inside you that is telling you right now what that goal should be. Listen to that voice, okay? A lot of what we're going to do over the next 12 weeks is helping you listen to that voice inside yourself that has lots of wisdom to it. Okay, so you've got a dietary goal. Now, time to talk about moving your body. How do you want to move your body? This could be upping the number of steps that you're taking. Most people's smartphones have a feature that tracks their steps. So I would recommend starting with that. If you don't have a smartphone, you can get a pedometer from Amazon, or a lot of local places will have them for just a few dollars. Okay, so get yourself a pedometer or look at that feature on your smartphone and start tracking your steps. It might be good to just see what are your steps for a few days, and then kind of average that out and say, okay, I want to add 500 steps to my average. And over time, you can add a few more steps and a few more steps, and before you know it, you're getting a lot of steps every day. I have some other videos about that if you are interested. All right, so this week your action steps: 1 dietary goal and 1 way to keep moving, right? It could be steps. You could have an exercise bike. Maybe you like to spin. Maybe you like to do yoga or other calming exercises, some Tai Chi or something, right? Whatever it is that you like to do, I encourage you to move your body that way, okay? Maybe you like to dance through your living room. Go for it, okay? Don't let anybody stop you from doing your movement. I have a friend in another state with lupus, and she didn't know how to get started with her exercise. And she started, anytime that she was on a call or a Zoom meeting, she started doing this. And after, I think it was about 3 or 4 months, I saw her arms, and she has so much more muscle definition now, just because she did that a few times every time that she had a phone call or a Zoom meeting. You know, for her, that anchor, that trigger to remember to do it was anytime the phone rings or anytime she's on a Zoom meeting, she just slips a few of those in there, all right? What are things like that that you could do? One of my favorite things is kitchen squats. So I like to encourage people who haven't been really moving their bodies a whole lot to do things that they already do just a little bit more. So for example, if you go to your kitchen and you squat down to get your pots or pans out of the bottom shelf, then you bring it back up to the stovetop or whatever, why not do another 2 or 3 or 4 little squat downs like that? It's really tremendous exercise, okay? So look for things that you can do around, you know, how you usually do things, but just doing more of them. Or if you walk from one room to another, why not go a few more times, right? Look for little ways to increase the movement that you're getting. And it's totally okay to do a mix of movements. Maybe you mow the lawn one day, and the next day you walk down to the little store in your neighborhood. Maybe you take your dog for a walk. A dog can be a really useful tool if you are trying to lose weight in particular, because your dog will tell you it's time to go for a walk. They won't use English words, but they will let you know when it is time to go. So that is my final thought. I am thankful for you being here today, and I am happy that you are on this journey. So find your anchor, your trigger to remember to focus on your goal. Work on something on your diet, and work on something with movement. And I will see you next time. Bye.